Emanuel. I love for my birthday. So yeah.
Eu sinto que eu sou bem Harry Hope hour.
Gotta spill some tea. Yeah. Gotta spill some tea.
Okay, you have to talk in the mic, so
In the mic.
you can pull it up closer if it's needed.
Okay.
But you have to like talk in it.
And follow no filter.
Damn, that's a zoom in.
Is it what?
Ring, that's a zoom in.
What happened?
They
Oh, they
zoomed all the
zoomed
way
in,
into
yeah.
her face.
Okay.
Okay, so
Be
fungibility thing, all of that.
real quick. I'll just go over the Gianni's sponsorship, and then halfway through the show, I'll mention the Romer one, and then we just jump into the show.
Okay.
Gotta make it quick. We got it, no? Wanna get it?
Can you say?
It's pretty strong. That's what, like,
drink?
I mean,
But no, but give her the drink. Let her loosen up.
No,
Come
she had
on.
a few sips.
Let's get over the traditional politics
Take
hurdle.
a sip. Take a
Hey,
sip.
can I se vai full politic, vi gewoon Starbucks Kelly. Stop it political. No something.
We'll make her have a shot.
Or an Aruba Riba. She might have twins.
What?
Aruba Riba. She might have twins.
Oh yeah. That Evelyn's a joke. Last time she had Arubariba, she was pregnant.
You should have it again, see if you get honest.
Miguel had, let me have it as soon as that thing aired.
Because, like, honestly, like, the shows to get real, and, like, that show, she was more real when she was on Vota Pa King than on the No Filter Paradise.
Yeah.
She just came and kind of, like, spilled, like,
Gracias.
the government, like, you know? So I expected more, sorry.
It's okay,
No,
baby.
bring it. Like, I'm actually, I don't know. We have some questions, but at the same time, I don't know where this conversation is going to go. So shit cannot even, half of the question might not even be asked because we're talking about other shit that we didn't know.
Okay.
So if there are things that you guys have that we didn't know about, feel free to bring it on the show. Educate us.
I feel I have to behave because Herlene is here. So.
Listen,
Famous last word.
it's a good
Famous last
good
word.
balance.
Miguel, Adrianta, Maita.
Hey,
Are you next to each other?
Nee, maar zo ai.
We're like 2 offices away. So there's 1 office between ours.
Are we ready to take over the world?
But keep attending.
You got the sofa.
I got the sofa.
And who decorated your office?
Moi. I bitched because Helene stole my office. So then they gave me new furniture to kind of compensate.
Ora kumita ti yavi ka mo, nanti kumali entrava
No, pero ba-
yavi back. Kumita Pakiko.
Eh, no, para lagi ko ibay.
What she doesn't get is that they now pinta un mapa because they try and put the parties together. Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, shit.
oh, it's a good baby. It's on. Damn. Hey yo, what's up?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yo guys, welcome back to yet another episode of No Filter in Paradise, a show about anything and
Everything.
between two friends. One is straight, and
and
the
one
other
is really, really gay.
like how gay?
Like extremely gay. Like,
Like from a
there's nothing
scale of
else.
1 to 10, how gay we talking?
2,500.
Really?
Per.
Mr. Steal Your Man Gay.
Ow.
Careful, huh? Guys, welcome back to the episode. Today's gonna be a fun episode. I don't know which episode this is, because who's counting anyways? I think it's 59. I'm just, Bell gets mad at me, like, Emil, you're so stupid. You don't even know your own
Just
show.
stop saying it. Like,
But like, I have to come up with the titles. So it's like, now I send the titles, and then EP, and then whatever she thinks is the episode. So I don't even know anymore.
you just check the last one. That's just
Yeah,
how
but I'm also lazy.
regular people work. But it's okay.
Okay. Guys, today's going to be a fun episode. It's going to be a little bit educational. I just want to say this right off the bat.
Educational.
Yeah, depends how you see it.
I'm here.
I'm about to learn. I
with
only
these
care
people.
about...
There's no education going on.
Okay, a little bit of gossip. Let's put it that way. But,
Truth. is
Yeah,
what's gonna happen.
it's a little bit on the political side. But just so you know, at least this side of the table is neutral. But let's hop into it. Today we have our special guest. We got Miguel and Gerlin Cruz. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank
We've
you.
actually had this conversation. Actually, we've sat with you guys before, but on a different show, Vota Pa King. And what do you guys think of the studio? Because last time you guys were here, it was Vota Pa King.
Yeah, we
now
were
it's-
all the way in that corner.
I love it. You guys have it's really massive. Really kind of like stepped it up. So well done.
100%.
Echmar, come through.
Woohoo!
Per.
But hey, one thing, like, it doesn't have to be English, so we can go papiamento back and forth.
Okay.
And please hacen un favor, when second with the own political conversation,
Okay.
does this tabo miss?
All right.
As in, like, they'll be like, boa noite, não estou aqui na sentada, there's one papi over the...
But then,
100% not Miguel. I can stand for that.
Okay, I know. I mean, minute like mention the number, bro. Telling me, the wabo. Hey, who's got the bigger office between the two of you?
she does.
How do you feel about that?
I've learned to live with it because she stole my office. But I was compensated with new furniture, so
Thank God.
it worked
Wait,
out
as in,
well.
like, they gave you, like, here's some furniture.
Yeah, they gave me more modern furniture. They did.
Something's gotta give.
Kailan ako, ni furniture din mo oficina? Bumeses na compra.
No, aí na minha oficina não tá full craft. Me tinha saído bisa para 3-4 lunas na.
Bom, din tempo ko na eh.
Não, pero agora que me bisa em dezembro, agora que nós também tem recesso, me tô echt focus
Como
pa manier.
aprovecha amanhã, Black Friday.
Ah, true. Pero não,
Mas
minha bisa
Black
em
Friday
dezembro,
is
me
not
tô bem
Black
echt zorg para tudo custo em place.
Y'all know that they're gonna roast y'all when they see this about y'all having new furniture and the island doesn't have money, right?
Wait. Let's clarify.
Okay.
Let's clarify.
But Miguel, where'd you get your furniture from?
Esse aqui dá muebles mais novo que estava na parlamento acaba de outra oficina que na move pone dentro. So it's not brand new furniture that we
sir.
bought. But yes.
It's already there, but the
And I will
Try
say,
to save
kind of,
yourself.
it's not my position to defend them, but Parliament always functions within budget. So we're kind of one of the most.
Oh, really?
We're one of the more austere parts of government. There are only 15 employees when really we should have about double that amount. So we are kind of pretty good with our budget.
That's good. That's good.
Guys, real quick before we actually jump into the conversation, because I'm going to forget. Guys, shout out to Gianni's Group, one of our sponsors here on the show. We're doing a giveaway every single week. Thanks to Gianni's, we give away 2 vouchers, each cada una worth 75 florins, where you can go to like Asia, you can go to Gianni's, Amore Mio, Garden Fresh, and use this voucher and get yourself some food. All you have to do is very simple. Share this video. You're watching this.
Just share. No, just keep it going.
You're watching this on Facebook right now. Guys, just share the video. That's all we ask for. We don't ask for much. A bunch of you guys are watching. It takes you literally 3 seconds to share this video. That is it. And you get a chance to win 75 florins. Also, make sure you download GG2Go app. If you're lazy like me sometimes, I don't want to leave the house. So I download the app, and I love ordering sushi from Asia. What do you like to order?
I just like Gianni's itself. I like the pasta and the
Really?
fact that you can make your own things with the.
I never
the menu.
ordered pasta from the app, so I wouldn't know. I usually order Asia most of the time.
I was staying in a hotel and I had a feast.
Oh, damn. Excuse me.
Sorry.
We're in the in the middle of a
No, I know.
sponsor ad. What a disrespect. Anyways, disrespectful. But hey, guys, if you want double the points with the app at the beach bar is a bar in front of Playa Linda. They have the longest happy hour on the island. All you have to do is go there whenever you buy drinks, food, whatever. You get double the points. And on Sundays, you got a brunch and Berlinis.
Ow.
Did you go?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet.
You should.
I definitely will.
I went once. It's nice. Yeah, guys. Make sure to share the video, and I will also shout out to Romar Trading. We're gonna give away one of these bottles, and how to win. I'll tell you later.
Ow.
Back to the show. Yeah, man. So
Let's get into it.
yeah, like it's gonna be a little bit of a redo aquí aya, but before we do, hey, if you guys, si vos comer un comino para este bebida, aquí qué tal?
Let's start with
Carlita
Carlene.
like, huh?
Me gusta comer.
Same here, sis.
Me gusta pasta, hope it doesn't kidding. Ese ahí lo está.
Dinner date.
But like, what do you like favorite? Like carbonara, Alfredo.
Me gusta comer, mas nem porque me gusta esse, me gusta mani hasta comida criollo.
No,
Mani
no.
jambo, com
Nah,
calma.
Yambo,
Tudo
no,
sei me
no,
gusta
no.
Deus.
I don't like yambo. It looks like all slimy and stuff. I don't
É
like it.
difícil para me choose comida que
Sorry.
você só também come.
No. You must take pasta. Miguel, what about you?
I would eat bolo de cachepete. Like that, I love it. I love it. I could survive just on that. And I kind of like,
What?
I love
What?
bread, so like I could eat croissants for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Okay,
We could do it
croissant.
like-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But bolica, like, isn't that too sweet?
It's
like,
I
way
love
too
it.
sweet.
No, I love it. I love it.
nah.
It's my it's a kind of my guilty pleasure. Like some days I just drive from the office. There's a place that sells them, and I'll have one piece. Not now because I'm on the diet, but it kind of like it. I don't know. It hits the spot for me.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
good. That's
Now,
good.
what's one positive thing you guys can say about each other?
I can say many positive things about Carlene. She's kind of like my office buddy.
You
so,
guys
like,
are your offices close to each other?
yeah. So
Okay.
basically, on our wing or our side of the parliament, it's hers, then Raison, and then me. And kind of since both of us work primarily from our office at parliament, we see each other every day. So in the morning, it's like, Kiko batende. So we get drama. So, yeah. So
Sabi daw na Miguel.
we spill the tea.
What do you croissant? Minsan hindi nila, mamma mia.
So, yeah.
No, but what's one positive thing you can say about
So,
Carly?
Harleen, she's fun to be around. I think like I wouldn't be enjoying parliament or politics as much if she wasn't in it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like we can have a laugh, we can get serious. She's a very hard worker, and she's a very good orator. She speaks really well,
Yeah.
and she's focused and committed to the job. Like let's say if I haven't read a law, Harleen, have you read it? Kind of like so we're both there doing our job and working very hard. So there's a few of the many
There
positive
you go.
things. about
Carly,
her,
what do you
yeah.
have to say?
Well, it goes
Basta
both
hard.
ways.
Basta.
Sí,
Like,
sí,
damn.
sí. Pero, I mean, Miguel es fun. Y ele tem capacidad analítico financieros, financially hobby bom. En er zei dat algo comita mane echt respect. So anytime we're in a meeting or during anything that we're doing, and if it's something financial, you see Miguel and he's already like, see un calculator na mane. Dus hij zei dat algo comita bisa hobby nice je, pero tambe no está echt hobby professional tambe com outro.
sowieso.
Brainstorm também, hobby viaja over diferente tópico. E não está assim for the outro, so
Yeah, algo vos no puedo soportar de otro.
Ainda não.
ainda não.
Ainda não.
I like to look.
Ainda não.
Not in the
Mira,
fact that she got your office? Nothing?
No?
I've gone over that.
I like that.
Here we go.
Pero que temos experiência aqui com o governo? Like, obviously.
Ito ba kay? That's it. That's it.
Wow, okay, what's up?
No,
The kind of
guys,
speechless okay.
okay.
We're going to ask about, because I know we saw
Okay.
a little, we're going to say that for later. You did a
Okay.
post, we're going to ask that later, but
Okay.
That's what you're talking about.
I know, but like, that's some juicy stuff. I want to know, but I want to
Okay.
save it for the viewers. You know, like, como publicação de biá, porque guarda com mais lá.
Fair enough. Fair
Okay,
enough.
okay. But like, ito pa dos for biá, bosa actually dengo biá, no? Ito la qual bosa na expect drentando of it, like, what the fuck is going on in this place? Like,
Well, para mim ito mais confirmation dilo qual kumita ta pensa kabo.
okay, ano gisela?
Paso awaki nang yanos ting tukang mane bota wak to dokumento nang anto bota wak a reality.
You have the access.
Aha, mane recently mi wak mi Facebook mane ding memories. Kumita wata questioning kung aruba ang negosya ko hula na anto kumita mane ha.
This is what it is.
Sí, dus esa ito mane primeiro tota bayano pa election time. Dus mane aya email atrás, dus awaki bota wak turkos. E eta bom e at the same time malo was hope biya bota wak ko really go wrong decision making wise. Anto yung rimito bisaya, ito ba ita anos como pueblo, ko ito ba paga pa isa.
How do you hold somebody account? Like, who gets held accountable for those decisions that have already been made? So the ones that you got to confirm.
Ito nos job as parliament member. So sa nos tingo kontrola ito trabaho. Isa ito algo ko ito puro bahasa hopi. Be transparent. Ikawong bisikos manera ko ita ku facts. Mito kung sa dokumento ng so antes hopi biyahe na to bisa algo man ha. Pero di mo na sa kibusa. Awo mito kung post mani. Okay, what na bosa mes? Minota ganhando. Pero generally mito akusando ito trabaho. Echt hobby, te awo. Puntrami ki dos vezes aia, pero nami não te quere. Echt ja, pinosa, mi drempel pa mi a jump ding já não tá de halto aí. Dus te awo que tá banhando bom.
Nice. How's your experience, Miguel?
So it's an interesting experience. I'm going to go back to the first meeting we had of Parliament. That was a little bit decepcionante, because you go into the highest organ in our constitutional system, and you think that it's going to be at a professional level. And it maybe it operates that way, but let's say when you're seeing it from outside, you're only seeing what the camera is focused on. So you don't get the benefit of the additional show. And the level of heckling and let's say, I think a little bit distasteful, especially in that first meeting. I was just like, WTF. Yeah. And then it's like you get used to it. You get more used to speaking, you get used to the heckling, then you start heckling yourself, you know?
So I want to do this.
I think for me, the big surprise, it's my first time in politics, first time I stand in elections, is the intensity of it. It's, once you're in politics, I don't know, it's non-stop. I wake up and it's I don't know how many WhatsApps, and it doesn't end until 10 p.m. And you think, okay, this week there's nothing big going. There's always something going on. So,
and when you don't know about it, you're about to find out.
Exactly. And it's as when you're Parliament, you have to read all the laws that we're going to be that are coming to Parliament. Yeah. But at the same time, you have to speak to your voters. You have to speak to stakeholders. So literally, let's say managing time and it's just very intense. There's no off button to politics, and that 24/7, wake up even on Sundays, they WhatsApp you about politics. That was something new that I had to get used to, and I've never taken it personally, so I get to enjoy it like I do, and so it's been good. Nice. I enjoy the ruffle and tuffle and
hey, so far this conversation is going pretty well. You guys are not being very political. I like it. Okay. I'm just waiting for one of you to be like, I'm going to stop. Just shut up. Okay. Let's retract. All right, something want to?
Let's go. No, we're good so far. I'm part of the juiciness.
Yeah, it's
okay.
So I'm gonna wait for you guys to say one thing.
This is your side. You take it nice.
I'm the navigator. All right, so going the first time for you, you've been in the past, but now you're in it. Kiko the biggest challenges ko sa ting, as in baterina din gobyerno, oh damn, sakta roadblock basta grande, kung hindi ko ba surpasada. Kiko challenge grande ako kipuboso.
Leveling up politics.
As in,
leveling up.
Eso não tem kutakawa ding jeep.
Sim, pastora, bota purba hasiele, em todo caso, a mim purba nota personal e purba ekta bosa, tulo que kuta content, anto at the same time bota wak ku outro na ngayon na stuck ding mesmo tempo de traditional, dus wanneer kon anta culpa outro ku 2014 ku jazz. I mean, nós não 2021, let it go. Bosa wanneer be responsible for what you're doing. Anto gewoon bosa bisikos manera kita, anto isaita algo ku mitahaya ko pa no siegi nang ever, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time.
Kuting ayas ka bande ko just bulafo bye.
Well, porta sí, pero lo cual ko ami te quiero no mensaje hasta nunca kung give up. E queda manik mantener po mesmo princípio nang. So, ami sempre bisa mita drianto po so mi te quiere e mi sa ku politica po ordo assim different. 100%. Anto agora que nang mita doing it, te o que nang ta banhando bom, e mi te quiere ko si tur hena drianto ku etat e nang one day we'll see a change.
Aqui dos election.
Who knows?
Hopefully sooner.
Pero aceita algo, so even kung abo not get personal, they will get personal. Even the gente com menos bota pensa,
I mean,
it's gonna happen.
Personally, if I'm going about it from Vota Pa King, shout out to Elite Studios, I know one person that for sure y'all cannot be talking about would be Minister President, because she was always one to always say the level is Hopi Bajo. She would always say that.
She's the one with the shovel, you know?
Wait, what? Wait, what's going on? Okay, I'm black up on the second.
I'm just saying, Avasa from Vota Pa King, when we experienced, we interviewed her.
Of course.
She would mention that the level of politics on the island is very low, and people go personal. They go they go for the juggios. They're like, you know, like they go low. So I'm saying I don't think she is part of this
What do you mean?
that you're speaking of now.
That
like,
she doesn't go personal?
Yeah.
She's the one holding the shovel. Like, you know, let me put this
She's
way.
the-
Like,
She's the one.
maybe she's trying, but it's kind of like, yeah. I think politics cannot be taken personally. Kind of, it's also, you know, a little bit of the culture. And when my experience is that, for example, when they don't have a counter argument, they go personal.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have somebody cornered that you have your facts straight, you know your law correctly, and you're kind of pressing on a certain point, and they're cornered, that's when the personal attacks come out. And kind of there still is some politicians that, you know, that they revert to that. You know, maybe it's out of defense, maybe it's, you know, but...
How often does that happen, though, that people go personal? Like,
In this parliament, now that the ministers have shifted, it's a little bit less because you have Andy Cruz, who became a minister. So now the people left in this present constellation of parliament, it's not happening often. It's when the ministers come that, you know, we get a little this one, and that.
that's when the juiciness
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Like, you want to spill some? Like, no, nothing.
Would spill.
How low has someone gone to you, like with you?
How low has someone gone with me? I think it's kind of low. I mean, like,
What did he say?
let me give you a good. I don't take anything personally. I have thick skin, so I probably, you know. But I'll give you an example.
Shout out to your shirt, real quick. Sorry.
By the way, yes. But I'll give you an
Horrible
example.
brand.
So I'm
Sorry.
not gonna mention the name, but
It's
like for
okay.
example, recently we had the youth parliament come to parliament, and you know the kind of the LGBT population or contingency in the youth parliament is much larger than the general population.
course.
So the meeting finished, and I'm leaving, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I hear two members of parliament, and one of them was asking them, kind of like questioning me, like, you know, how do you become a member of the youth parliament? And this member of parliament turns around and says, and I just, you know, I wasn't part of the conversation, I was going down the stairs, you know, it's like a fruit salad, you know, and that kind of like
Aw.
that's the personal that gets to me, because it's not an attack on me, but that does get under my skin. And then I kind of have to bite my tongue and not kind of like take their inventory. I will get them back eventually.
Yeah. You'll
when they-
you'll have your right time
Yes.
to like use it. Yeah.
But I mean, I think those are the type of personal attacks that we don't want to see. You know, for example, we saw an example in one
so
meeting. I
messy.
remember one of the ministers called a member of parliament a donkey without looking in the mirror. We had
Oh, whoa.
the prime minister, I think, called a member of parliament a hypocrite. You know, and while at the same time saying that, you know, when they go low, we go high. So you kind of like, yeah. So it's kind of, it's entertaining. Let me put it this way, it's entertaining, but it's also a skill. Debating is a skill. Throwing shade without getting personal is a skill.
Speak
And some,
facts.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
That's
exactly.
one of Shark's best skills. I think.
When you're gay, you can actually
are back.
master
I
it.
believe
Facts are
facts.
facts.
Okay, yes, there we go.
Period.
I think you can get away with these
Yeah.
kind of things.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I also want to know, like, the worst thing kung naiibig sa abo ng parlamento?
Well, bilang sa kwatong
Uno.
worst. Pero
Well, feel free to share. No, like,
a primeira reunião, sei tota algo que tota hopi prat, achteraf, die ay Miguel Asari, gamit tayo, full pissed. So, no, ja, tot die reunião, anto nang buting ko firma, ora bo bing reunião, ko bota presidente.
Aanwezig.
E
Ja.
para trás,
Yeah.
of sempre tem mane formulário também, segundo formulário que bota pone para bo hasi bo speech. Anto, ja, nós estava na primeira reunião, anto uma firma, uma vizinha, tanto meu colega Raíssa anda sentar, me também, ei, pero a mim não há que sprekerslijst, e também, me tampouco. Okay. But anyway, net presidente abre a reunião, anto ele diz, mas não vai o nome da sprekerslijst, dus, you hear not a papi, me também, what?
And it had to do with the budget. So basically, we wouldn't have been able to ask questions on the budget.
yeah.
Eh, me também, o que me passa aqui, não? Miguel, vai,
Sim.
né? Bota corrupto.
Let me just be clear because you know what?
We have some contacts. Yeah.
No, something parecido, not sa juramentar. A budget is like a document like this. So
Oh, wow.
you're pulling this. I pulled all-nighters the whole week to get through the budget. I had all my notes and everything, and
that
you're
don't
there.
worry.
You're tired. I went to bed
You're
at
ready
2, and
to
I'm
talk.
there. And I'm like, wait. Bota bisado kung noso tabahan yung minuto pa papya. No. Fraude! I walked out. And we left. Yeah.
First meeting.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
all of that happened. So
Starting
may
at the right
pa-photo,
foot.
the team interviews happening, and to Miguel full cruise kami, and yeah, ito
I was
niya,
going
ito may
to go.
interview, wo.
Mas você não had a chance para papel.
No, en dit hoop ik erg. Dus ja, no so bij interview. Dan madrin ta back din sala, antora mito escucha. Ja, mito escucha. E por mim nessa atividade. Ah, ta jurista prensa Suleiman. Mito mani. Ay, Dios, here we go. That was the first one. And then mito mani, okay, let me just kill the professional. E mito sige gewoon hasi mi trabalho. Anto depois de sair tao to ting par mas kumito mani. Ja, den campaña acaba. Gerlin Cruz ta ganhador. Ja, mito mani. Anto water facts and the sali. Então, esta about salubridade, mas eu te assim, kunang te songo abisa Holanda quando vai corta. Antes não, Holanda te songo abisa de corta. And a working anta resultado corta. Não, te songo. Das ami também passa, minuto contestar com aqui. Eventually a facts are messed up bem. E ja, tao tem hobby mas biya. Awe merdia mes. Kuta hobby fresh out of the oven.
So many questions.
Let's go, bring it
No.
on.
So, vamos a overlook what pasa awe. Like, kika pasa eigenlijk
Okay,
kaya.
see.
Like, basta na. I know I have an idea. Like, kaya ba whale gap? Alas, you
You
know?
just cut off a piece of it, but it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit, keep going. Keep going. What's the gossip?
Okay, so basically, lo qual que pasa awe ta ku well, la comisa si mam pasa, if do si mam pasa. A resulta, tao tem caso na Saint Martin. Quando sai a sentença, onde te visa que Aruba a proponer o cortamento de 2.6. Pero o governo te visa pueblo que não, ta Holanda, e que tá para fazer. Pero que fase acaba. So, den sentença, Saint Martin, hasta te visa mane door de sei Holanda ponele para nós também. Você, mane, eta hobby. Você, E ora, ja, a minha comissão não sabe a sentença, mas vai interview, mas comissão para pedir over, e ora não full, ja, mas é coisa comissão guarda papel, tá guarda papel acaba. Então, ja, gewoon in reality tá o que não que nós temos issue, que ja, não tem fase, mas so que eu vou fazer, vou ter que donar na placa back, na placa by.
Where's it going?
Yeah. Não tem transparência. So, com operação, tu rende tá rabia. Sobra, of course, botin ko bisa at least una placa abay e eigenlijk lo qual ko nang kera hasi tak bahe gasto na de outra forma, de outro manejo para não hasi, so na just cut. Anyway, so lo qual ka pasa awe to hena manifestar na tarabia over de saki e I mean, coração. Anto governo of eigenlijk voorzitter di parlamento, presidente ayamu reunião awe. Toevallig pabing papi di kiko tabay te planan of kiko te plan di gobernação. Dus eigenlijk bim papia bonita. Anto mi fraction a question.
I'll tell you.
Mi fraction a question, ora que nyo abre di biyaha mani di como também papia di plan si ainda bono ti presupuesto. E ainda é lei que também donava a carteira não a passa officially, so esta maneira just bota bem maneira
Nada show para distract o que está passando.
sim, anto bota maneira insultar minha inteligência, maneira I'm not kids, maneira me tá compreender o que está fazendo. Então a me tá tei do center dia, me tá na minha office, me tá maneira, possa gewoon me tá sentir me insultar, maneira minha inteligência não tá, you know? Anyway, merdiga mi para me contar o último, é mais recém, mas sali, mas vai tada tinha uma pessoa que me trabalha com mulher, tá fiel votador e membro de nosso partido e a família também tá de meu bairro e me sabe tá vai whatever happens me tinha que vai se canar rato. So mas sali, vamos staten, vai bem back. Ma bing korek ko mi kumina basta mabay busca mi yunang anto ma drop nang full de mi rush de mi stress basta mi tingo bay back come ora mi takabi ko mi também mi tingo bay inteiro na mi corre bay inteiro bem back então se mi tô direntando e a persona tá saliendo nós todos tá aqui então essa aí tá buscando nang comida na tabay e a mi também oh my god você me coisa cara mi também okay so mi saco depois de Mike Eman segundo mi Herlin Cruz tá número 2 rivalista pero it's fine
The hit
você
list.
a mi não tabay na nível inang pero ito bisa mais de gente ko ito bisa algo de ami so
Não pensa like, what are we like in high school?
A little bit. It's kind of when we have long meetings, Parliament buys us lunch, so we all order in, and then that's why like kind of like
When you order, make sure you order from Gigi to go, Gianni's, and get your Azeros.
Yes, I can propose that. I think I don't know who they're using now.
Probably hand
Where's the plug?
família. What?
No. You hit the nail on the head.
Anyways, fine.
Yeah.
What I was gonna ask was.
Oh, wait, you just cut him off.
No,
No, that's it. No, I said.
Just play along, you know?
All right.
I'm trying to save myself from earlier.
No, it's not the same ever. Okay,
God.
so when it comes to like AVP, are you all not happy that you didn't sit down now? Like, because now you're the ones that would have to been saying all of these things, like, because it was already signed for.
Yes, but we would have done it differently. Anto awara kinang amite bisa lo cual ko nga hasi wrong na mias bibando ko ne. Anto maybe na mias mesa solusyone awo i busca manera pa solusyone pero obviously e capacity inang siguro minotay simiwak kung nang negotiate mas not all the echt negotiation ko tumulugam ito ta mas pita kira pressure ko ta happening anto na propose things pa nano
Just to get away.
Sí, anto agora que nang we are living with the consequences. E tá costam kuta bay pa hopi ay. So amita agora que na mita ami personally to hopi happy ku mitinha trabalho aqui. Uno mita get to see well te uno kupor pa nota tur documento no sta haya. Pero mi por wak e mi por question e alabas segumitoch parlamento bom drempel, no? Pabo
Yeah.
go eventually to one next step. Pero, echt waar, elota kwestiyon di by hasi upriming, di lo cual ko awardo hasi.
Okay, okay.
Sí.
Anto awo kaya ta papi, ah? Cool.
Primeiro lugar, ora só começar assim, não? Tapos up, like, don't, this is not political anymore. Let's go.
It's nothing like that, but whatever. Anyways, kaya ta papi, ah? Cool. Persona di AVP tatabisando ku Mr. Cleanup partido, dus nanda sinti ku the younger generation Mr. Takeover, dus Mike Eman tingo bay, Mike de Mesa tingo bay, Durko Dowers tingo bay. How much of this stuff facts e como Mr. Cindy era over DSA?
Partido está very open. E lo cual kumita enjoy hopita ku nos espacio awardo mani crea para nos as the young ones. When it comes to even decision making. Anto politics tem transition periods. E naruba dorku henan dabai hopi largo den politica. Cara, pensioen leeftijd dan met een hopi haalt. Dus hij mest de pone ku henan sowieso not dabai sali fase eli hefe politics. Zijn not a motivo, pero gewoon ta unico motivo nan tamet in biha ku botawa ku henan te queda largo den politica. Pero it takes time. E partido tá having that time. Dus a transitioning tá happening pouco a pouco. Pero coisa me pobisa, that knowledge e experience ko ng ting tá impecável. Gewoon echt timbiaha kosan também passa. Então também bisa, this is gonna happen. Ya, bota mani, E después de un rato, it happens. So they already know, basta kiko ta imaya nang ku sempre ser usa. E coisa ko ami si sempre te bisa, ami te queda mi mes. E mi te queda hasi, lo cual ko mi bing pone mi mes pa hasi.
Sure.
Dus, pero mi te queda ku mi por bisa gewoon eerlijk, no filter, ku partido ta having su tempo ku ta cambiando. Dus slowly, but it's happening.
Você sente que você está clap e cambia AC? Like, você lo carga e mesmo amount of peso de voters sim e renda ng aqui?
Wak, ding politica, hindi lang tingko costuma ko cara di yung hindi. Si bono sa king hindi ta? Si, pouco nanta costumado, nanta mane, ori bota by wak, ti movement. Dus atrobe etong transition period, lo qual ko si, misa seguro que o partido tem capacity and knowledge. That for sure. Esse se mane tour e candidatos anta hopi carga com esse. Anto esse me te quero um plus point que sempre a destacar e budget. Pero a mim sim te quero firmly que pa biama partido tradicional, whatever tudo coisa como escuta. It's gonna be the party. I'm sorry, Miguel. Maybe you will join. I don't know.
That was my next question. Papiando de partido.
Yeah.
I need to ask, like, you've lost a few members, like quite a few.
Yeah, we kicked them out.
Oh.
Not the kick out.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Like,
So, being a new party, the process that Carlene is living, or kind of like that AVP is going through, we do it much more quickly. So I'm a new face in politics. I was kind of campaigning for 3 months, and I'm in. And kind of, let's say, we had very little time to kind of build up the kind of like the party. We had our marketing strategy. All of that went, in the bin when government fell. But I think kind of, let's say, as a party, we're always searching for new candidates. Like kind of the amount of support we have now is much more than before the elections. So I think it's flourishing. I think it's going well. And I think we're really well positioned to grow at the next election.
What happened?
Nothing. What?
Did you touch my phone? I don't trust. Okay.
Relax. You're good.
You're tensing me up. I don't know why. So how many people did your party kick out?
Okay, so let's get it. Officially, they left. So we started the process for them to leave, or kind of like, okay, in the end, this is what happened. 3 candidates exhausted all of my patience, not only me, the 11 other candidates as well. And kind of, let's say, after election, we had to make a decision, are we going to continue working together as a whole or not? And the truth is, me and I think at least 3-4 other people no longer wanted to do that. So then we kind of decided, okay, we no longer want to work with, these individuals. So let's find a process to ease them out. A political party is organized as a vereniging. It's almost impossible to kick somebody out. So we had to find a way to kind of ease them out. And then, eventually they kind of figured out that, the best thing was for them to leave. So 3 people left the party in total.
3 people.
Yeah.
They left or they got kicked out?
That's open to interpretation. The important thing is that we wish them well, and kind of, let's say, you know what, it's kind of like, in a business relationship, you don't like your boss, so you go find another job. So it's kind of like that kind of scenario.
Okay,
Yeah.
boss.
But like speaking of people like running your patients, um, politician din gobyerno que você diz não pode deal com ele, as in cabeça duro, copa quando atende, as in tá difícil para comunicar com a pessoa aqui.
Para mim, I don't think there's nobody I can't deal with. I think there are
But
few.
tem gente like, but o paciente like run really thin, like ugh.
You just ignore.
Like I say, there are some people that I think are a waste of space and shouldn't be there. I'm not going to name them on
that
the
a long-
show.
is that a long
but
list?
no,
No,
it's
no,
not a
no.
long list. I would say maybe maximum 2 or 3 people. So like kind
Okay.
of that, it kind of like when I have to deal with them, it takes extra patience and kind of like that. But
I
you
feel
know,
like mentally prepared.
but like I say, in the end, we're all elected representatives of the people, so
course.
we have to get along with the other elected representatives, whether we like them or not, and kind of do better for the people. Like regardless of kind of our political differences, I like to think, some people, I'm not going to lie, some people are there because it's the best career option for them, but I would like to think that even in spite of that, everybody sitting there in Parliament wants to do the best they can for the Aruban
course.
people. So, yeah.
We also
So
have the
that's kind of the
pressure.
common ground we try and reach. We're still in a stempel parliament, even though kind of we campaigned very hard against it. A few of the other newer parties campaigned against it as well. One of them is defrauding their voters, as we all know. So that unfortunately hasn't changed as quickly as we wanted, but you don't give up hope. Kind of, we're all there to do the best for the Aruban people.
Okay.
That's a really political answer, but okay.
Is it?
It was cute.
Fine,
It was
2024.
cute. Okay, so, Helene,
Yes.
now, election-wise, do you feel like your party did their utmost best this campaign? Even with the short notice and everything?
We did our best, but I think the lack of time had a lot of influence, and the party experienced a big change with regards to new faces. We had like 13 or 14 new candidates. So again, it goes back to what I just explained earlier. It takes time for the people to get acquainted with the new faces and for them to build up the experience. So the message probably didn't come across as we wanted to. And maybe it's just a change of strategy needed for the next election. And also building up with regards to content, especially what is happening now with the landapakyat, ituro que gusto wak happening in government. We really have to define new visions and ideas and policies. And we are already busy with that. We have several working groups and steering groups that all is happening behind the curtain. And we're working very hard and trying to define new vision ideas and policy ideas, especially for the economic part. I mean, the only way for Aruba to get out of this situation is to have an economy blooming, and currently we don't really see what else is happening next to the development in tourism. And we have to hal in to look at the damage no kuno sa experience ku e pandemia. See, and you have to be creative.
Sorry. Pues, vamos a ver, mi memoria está jodido. No devia olvidar a pergunta aqui. But like, okay, bisa Mas gusto naman basicamente outro economic pillar que pode ajudar Aruba a sair dessa situação. Que tem carência. Que demos a opinião que kita ruta que você like if we go this route, this is going to help Aruba a lot financially.
New economic pillar, that take a lot of years, no? Pabo by bingo uno. Lo qual si mete kere Aruba da hopi bong ding, nos hopi bong ding knowledge, e ding kennis, dus ding services. Anto, isaita algo que hopi viaja nos mesmo to realize ding entre nós, que Aruba dor que nós está país que está dando serviço constantemente, nós assim está hopi bom ding isai, anto outro país na região não tinha mesmo gosto. Dus está coisa que a nós por oferecer den região e que nós podemos desenvolver budget. E essa é também basically onde é parte da ideia do passado que a 13 horas que quer fazer Aruba hub de Europa entre Europa com Latinoamérica e a region, para sobre budget sa que bota bom nende. E a mim é querer hope de trabalhar junto com a região, me querer ter hope opportunities para build e laço para build com Europe, com Holanda mesmo também, em certo sentido, por exemplo, com a gemeente e tem outra ideia não como te quer nós por capitalizar o budget. Agricultura it vai require hope investment e tem assim um hope rapport de bisabo caba com even kubo by invest assim no hope não lo tá so ver kubo lo vai exportar, pero gewoon ele porta ajuda em mercado local. Pero
tem que difícil se com invoerrecht and tourist tax.
This is one of the questions I had to the Minister of Economy today, because he kind of came, and we've heard this spiel before from the Prime Minister as well. We have these 6 promising sectors. We're going to do our master plan, blah, blah, blah. None of it works if we don't. None of it works.
We already have one.
Yeah, no, that's what they're going to be implementing. That's going to be our salvation. Okay. And kind of, let's say, none of it works until we fix what's broken. So in Aruba, we have the highest taxes in the world. We have kind of the most burdensome access to the financial system in the whole region.
The taxes goes up to like 52% or something like that.
52 or 58.
Yeah.
We have kind of, let's say, one of the highest costs of production, one of the highest utility bills. We have like kind of, so these are all costs of production. Until we have kind of the most expensive internet. So
it doesn't even work that good.
If we
it's not
don't
even that great. So
if we don't address those issues, there's no chance of kind of diversifying economy. There's no chance of kind of like capitalizing on the skills of the people and stuff like that. So literally, we have to fix what's broken. And to fix what's broken means you have to step on maybe Seitar's foot, or you have to step on this person's foot. And what we haven't seen is the political will to do that.
Because some of these people probably finance their campaign and they don't want to mess.
Not only that,
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just assuming. Maybe I'm wrong.
But like in every country, there are entrenched interests, and there's also resistance to change. Like one of the big things that I've noticed now that I'm on the inside of government is things
tell us the
move
deeds.
Desperately slow.
Yeah.
Desperately slow. Like for example, we're a new fraxi, so you know each parliamentary group gets a certain amount to help with their work, so you can kind of pay for legal advice, have a law draft, blah, 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 blah. To get the money, you have to draw up a stichting. When I first when we did a stichting Fractie Medewerkersaktion, we went to a notary. It took a couple of months because the government owes them like unpaid stichtings from 2011. Ooh. So they wouldn't process it. So then we had to ask them to separate ours. Finally, they separated. Then we opened the stichting. Then we had to go apply for a bank account. Aruba Bank, thank you. They did it super quickly in less than a month.
Aruba Bank sponsor us,
this time. But like, you know, it's such a tedious process. So then kind of the bank account is open. Now we've given them the contract back to the government. The minister has to sign it, even though we're the highest organ. Then the governor has to think. And now kind of like there's no money to put in our account. So it's kind of, let's say, but all of this. God. I kind of swore in as a member of parliament on July 8th. We're more than 5 months out from that. I still haven't gotten one penny to help my Fraxi actually function. So, and kind of like I bring it up in meetings, okay, like what are we going to do for new parties that are coming in? And the answer is like, well, there's nothing we can do really because Parliament can't open. Because like, can we have a neutral stichting, like a bridging gap? No.
Like you're bringing...
There's a massive resistance to change, especially in the public sector and the government apparatus. And that kind of we just have to quash.
I like how you bring like a solution and then like, no pasa nada. Prometemos que como para fix.
Okay, y por ti un motivo legal para que el parlamento debe sumes. But I'm like, okay, but there's still a problem. Like we're ignoring the problem. Like maybe I don't have the solution, but let's find the solution. No, that cannot be fixed. So let's move on.
Yeah,
and we can't leave things not being fixed.
Jesus. You know what we can fix? A giveaway. Guys, if you want to win a bottle,
yes.
Big shout out to Roma Trading, one of our sponsors on the show. If you guys want to win one of the. This is my favorite. Where is it? The watermelon. The watermelon mint with some 7-Up. Oof, guys! If we're gonna give away one of these two, I mean, move it over here. Skirt right here.
Ow, go on.
There you go. You can have.
Did you
it.
drink all of it?
So if you wanna what? No,
Yes, if I drink all of this.
It's we drank
I did not
we
do
drank
all of
this
this
last week on the
last
show.
week.
We had petit. Man, if you haven't watched that episode yet, guys, go watch it. If you want to win this bottle, all you gotta do is very simple. Go on our Instagram right now at No Filter in Paradise. You gotta do 3 things. Number 1, follow the account. Number 2, like the picture. It's gonna be the 4 of us. Like it, and also tag 3 friends that you want to share this lovely bottle with. You already know.
Or this one.
Yeah, or that one. Holidays around the corner. So get a bottle for yourself and your friends. Go chill at the beach, bring some 7-Ups, and have some fun. So go follow us if you want to win this bottle. And we announce the winners
On.
Friday, 8 p.m. I messed up last week. I am sorry. I am announcing all of that on Friday. Well, last Friday, so you already saw it.
Cheers to that.
Hey, cheers. And by the way, shout out to Romar Trading. They brought their mixologist today, and he's been making us cocktails. So
Yeah. Mine is called
you don't even know.
Sharkberrylicious. No,
Oh.
I can give it a name.
I was like, dude, he didn't even mention it. I'm like, you're gonna make some shit up.
No, Sharkberrylicious. Yeah.
Anyways, I got 2 drinks, so happy hour. Anyways, guys,
Ow.
go like the pictures, go tag 3 friends, and win
Your
the
chance
bottle.
to win.
Like, come on, don't be stupid. Let's go. All right, back to the show.
Okay. So.
Hey, Miguel,
No, you go.
Okay.
you posted on Instagram
Yes.
as of watching this show last week.
Yes.
By the way, pintura?
Yahaira.
She's really
She's
talented.
awesome.
She's
She's
super.
awesome,
I've
yeah.
seen her work. I saw her. There's one with the police that I saw at the police station. Talented lady.
Yeah.
Me quedo pintura, donkey. Será para nós, no filter. What?
Pay her.
I will with promotion. You know all these entertainment. Mas pagava ko exposure. Yeah, right.
Let's go. We have things to get
Bapone, great obra. La 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 la. Too bad gobyerno também cai.
So, see.
I'm like, what?
Me quero repasar com obra, llama Manifesting Miracles. So I kind of like put it up. I'm happy. Like 5 months after swearing in, my office is finally done. Cruz, I probably drove a few people crazy in Parliament, getting it there. But then it kind of like, and then this whole thing about the 12.6% started.
Yeah.
And and then I posted, I'm like, okay, Gobiano, it looks like the signs are there. It's not going to last much longer.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not. There's no money. There's no plan. Like today, I was salivating to be able to debate Shomara, and she did a runner. Okay, she like kind of and then had to go. So I never got
She's
a
a
chance
runner.
to
She's
debate
a track star.
what I will say about Shomara is that remember, like when we had the new year of Parliament. The governor came and gave his speech, and it was like her falling asleep the whole time. That was the one moment I was jealous because I looked at her and I'm like, she had a better night than I did yesterday. So like it's kind of like
Whoa.
but
I guess it's okay. No comments.
Min Press said that she was not asleep.
yes, man, press who likes to tell the truth.
You can't say that.
There's video recording of her asleep.
I mean,
Never
listen.
mind. I'll keep quiet then.
Is it to go back up to amigo? Was I like, no,
Yeah.
no, no, me.
It's kind of like solidarity. Like
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
lie
yeah.
for you, Shark.
Porque really gabo da pensa, as in, like I bisa, ete o gevoel, que o governo vai local, que o aumento pensar over. Honest opinion, like, again, it's just your opinion, vou pôr fout,
No filter with Kerling.
Miguel pôr
Bampe.
fout, Sharp pôr fout, I'm pôr fout, but just,
Nando vai ter nele hope difícil para o próximo sobreviver o próximo 2-3 anos. That's for sure. And we saw it coming. Desde a campanha acaba, está bezig te waak, está exponer, pero não sabe, por motivo ou outro, toch ainda não está waak segumi em realidade. Te a hora que não comane o papel anta começa a sair, anto coisa anta get exposed, segumi a community também, oh.
Hope di não se meta aqui,
Yeah.
não expect of não realizar tur e coisas não quidas.
Não, e estava a guarda echt. A minha única coisa que eu estava a guardar também estava a ter gente com a salva nós, de pandemia, a minha a o que me pensa, segundo nós também dentro de outro tipo de pandemia, passados, ito ba ito difícil pa sobra stimulans-pakket e mani as a party nos bisa ku nos mister by busca uma maneira se botar me renegotiate of algo para botin ko para sarar a table ko hulanga paso a working mas me wag tot gewoon por exemplo but by just entregar bezuinigingsplan dus bisa una mit by carta de insalubridade and afterwards 8 months after a working nos tahaya mani carta ng uno ko minister ta punta as at vem mani hey si mi carta kinang kiko pa ta pensa e si mi carta kinang so what was the plan you know anto ba donele ba entregar na hulana na May aya pasa. So, essa aí não te gusta para nos exponer, não te gusta para nos bisa, pero that's the truth. Dus inang bota waku, bono tabi entregar plan si bono prepare for it. Awo, misa ko Miguel, tame tata full pro plans pa kyan durante campaña. We were the only one.
Still am.
Nos te único na manera, bosa.
All right, you want to go there?
Let's
go there. Okay.
Hey, bring out the boxing gloves.
Let's back up. So you kind of like suggested, like, I think there was a suggestion that we need to develop a plan of how we're going to get out of this situation or stuff like that. Hello, buyanaxshowmedium.com. The plan is right there. Step by step by step by step, how to fix the finance and economy. So, like, this is what we expected, and this is kind of the, and I think that's why I'm sitting here. We did well because we kind of said, okay, this is an honest appraisal of our situation, and these are the possible remedies. Kind of, we guess which ones would take us forward. And I didn't say that the government's going to fall out of kind of, let's say, not only that, and it's not a hope. Like I'm gonna be very strategic. I'm gonna be very kind of like I'm gonna be very honest. No, let me put it this way, because if government fell like. Listen, campaigning is super intense, so it's like I would have to take a deep breath before I jump into another campaign. I'm ready though. But anyway, so. It got to the point that we started planning for that. Like we have in Action Meeting, we have an emergency campaign plan in case government does fall. Let me put it this way: we are out of money. Like for example, the government doesn't have enough immediate funding to meet its needs. Okay, FASA 2,700 people are no longer going to have income loan subsidy. It's about 7,477. We estimate about 50% of those are going to lose their jobs. So take those 3,900 people added to the 2,700. They are going to have no assistance other than Aruba Kertraha, which is a program to help you find a job, but no assistance, okay? So that's coming.
By the way.
We didn't get money from Holland.
Hey, Peter, can I get my job back? Peter.
We didn't get any money from Holland. We're not going to get money from Holland because they don't have a budget. And kind of what I do see is kind of what I call politica de avestruz, kind of like they know the issues, but they're unwilling to take the steps because it's not politically expedient. So it's kind of like the manifestation today, I expect it's going to be like a snowball effect. This is the start of it. And it's just kind of like, everything, like the cracks are getting wider, and I don't see a solution there possible. And first of all, it's a very narrow government. They only have 11 seats. The good thing is Rais are pushovers, so they're kind of easy to control.
Not that Rais are pushovers.
Facts are facts. But anyway, so like that is one advantage that Minpres has. But it's kind of, let me put it this way, it's going to be as the pressure mounts on kind of like all those candidates and all of those members of parliament, there's no money, money's not going to come, we haven't seen a budget, Shomara did a runner. I don't see how they're going to get out of this hole.
But then who's going to be responsible? Okay, vamos a decir, as in, mi pregunta, governo bisa tal coisa, ano passado. Plega me para aku na ganha. Aqui Aruba tá sorry por de rodimento.
Sim.
Quem é para responsável, as in like, tu gente pode passar
votador. You guys have to be responsible. When we go back to elections, you guys have to be responsible. Say who do we think can get us out of this
right
mess?
now. Okay, election is passed. During government, people are saying, but these people are taking decisions for Aruba.
Yeah.
Are they going to be held accountable for their actions? Or is sorry, but I'm putting my best, but better luck next time.
So this is kind of
not assim da chill ku again, kung saan ko ting corruption, but like kung like kung na familia whatever, natin ang income, natin ng pension, pero but may parents, as in, sorry, pero sa kido pension, you fucked up. Like, sa kido pension ka ba, paso baka hodi full público. So, quem também were held accountable for this whole mess that we're in right now?
Well, ito undi pergunta ng kuami hasa di ultimo reunião, mani op een gegeven moment na tabing tu reunião, tu começa bisa tempo de AVP e tempo de
dude,
bin 2004 e 2000, okay, zei dat als algo como bisa de staat, dan me oké, mita sinti ku op een gegeven moment, nós tá uma película de Back to the Future, en de machine gewoon pega. No, sério, não po sali for die machine, não tá gewoon stuck, não po bin back. And I mean, this is happening now. So abo tem ku responsabilidade abo mes for what's happening now. So abo mes tá sung ku hasi isa aqui, e mi trabalho tá para controlar abo. Dus mita haya jammer si ku in realidad I guess timing ta work perfect, no? Tu rekonen kita sali na kla awo net after elections. Dus ja, en ons tingo keda gewoon expose the reality. That's our job.
No,
So-
go ahead.
So, si gobierno kay, what's gonna happen? Like, the next step?
Elections.
So, okay, so Gobierno Kai, I think the procedural steps está que basicamente governador lo llama tu líder de fracción, so he'll meet with all the leaders of the party. Mino sasi eta puntra si tem outra governação que forma or blah blah blah, or we go straight into
Sim,
elections.
nós tingo vai para election.
Straight election.
Sim.
Okay, so there
There you
you
have
go. É jurista.
So then, okay, so let's say we do another election
Yeah,
and a different party wins.
yeah.
What can they do different now? Like, what changes can they make if this thing is already signed for? Since
So let me put this. This is what we did in our party program. We looked at the Landspaket. We kind of took an inventory of what the government's already agreed to. Nanto seti medida. Some of them are not bad. Kind of, let's say, the only part of the Landspaket that we as a party disagreed with was the healthcare part. Because equito interinsular, it doesn't make economic sense. But kind of, let's say, we took like kind of what we needed that money, okay? And we still need Dutch money, and we're still going to need Dutch money for a little while longer because our credit is so bad, because we've been living it up the last 20 years, living beyond our means. And now kind of the bill has come true. Nobody will lend us more money. But like kind of the point is, we took those and said, okay, how can we apply this by reinventing our economic model, and how can we make this to our advantage? For example, BTW is part of the Landspaket. So like, okay, if BTW comes, then inverrechting, BBO, all of that has to go, so that people at home won't have to pay more. This government doesn't want to make any reforms, so it's kind of like, how can we extract more money from people that are already suffering, from families that already can't make ends meet? And that's why kind of like now, if we don't change path and we don't go to election, it's just gonna be more pain and suffering until that day does arrive. So sometimes I think, better sooner than later.
Yo,
Well, I'm kaya di.
really, Peter, give me my job back.
It's not easy, paso, no, it's not easy, paso buo afirma landa pakiat. Pero again, meta go back sa lo qual ko nós queda mencionar durante a campanha eu aqui ainda. Bo mester tem short-term plan, anto pabo tem placa circular, bo mester laga placa sali também for di pusa ko maniribisa, right? So se botar um business, botar para ko business da move, botin ko invest tiki pa bosa tem movements. Se bewak lo qual com merca te bezig te pakken aan de situatie, sacando placa. Dan te bezig te inverteren ook in de construction projects. Dus gewoon laga economie comienza a draaien. Se bewak Europe laga miljones y millones a work na los pa ayuda Israel kuting manelaso kunang panang mes, dus gewoon pakketten die konos te bij push de economie. Anto is not happening aqui na Irak. Dus dat just bezig te waken toeristen aan te jega, nos tem turismo back. That's not gonna help us. Aqui na nos mister push short term de nos economia. Se construction wise whatever, se greening Aruba com project whatever, it just pa nos por começar mover, pa botin gente que tem trabalho, que bosa pouco a pouco on a longer term, botin ko by define e botin ko by senta back kulana. Exemplo, BTW. Okay, I mean, BTW de papel, tá hopi bom, pero é parte de vai execute. Mas a mim um importador, me também paga hora como me importados na fronteira. Ok, pero a hora que me não tenho que fazer, me tá paguei ele dentro hacker. A hora que me também paguei upfront, e depois me tá saque a placa back. Qual comerciante também fazer? Se eu não tinha placa para pagar BTW, então tenho que vai portafio um tique na banco, lo qual que tenho que vai pagar com interesse eu não também guarda até hora que vender. Então, quem vai controlar cada store, mas se não aqui te BBO põe BTW, ou se não just põe a BTW de BBO. So, eu não, se você sentar na mesa com a Holanda, porque a minha tudo isso aqui, pero what about the capacity como não tem? Dus, botan, começa bem com a renda não to, of whatever, of do nome para mim, por ti minha renda não para ajudar me execute this. Então, se tu konan kumino ta wak ta, awaki ting hopi onderzoek, doorlichting, pero tudo ko buhaya algo, mas se ta lei ba niveau de reino ta bisa si uitvoering, dus execution ta ding emang di país do we have the resources? You know, dus ta konan ko mita kere echt firmly que me será assim diferente e que agora que ainda se por aí espaço para fazer e busca outra maneira para fazer, we have to do it.
Yeah, bumper bay. So, you
Go
have
ahead,
anything to say?
yeah, a little bit of a gossip, but like, go ahead. If it's still serious, let's stay in the serious topic, and then I'll bring the gossip.
No,
thing
mine
up.
is a little bit of gossip.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll go first.
All right.
Ma-mention na algo de resources, and somehow, talaga conversation with gente. I heard a rumor. Now, you guys you might know. I know. So, there's a lot of problems going on in Aruba. Was a child molestation, blah, blah, blah. En dan worden worden haciendo como onderzoek, as in van investigar situación. Pero me acaba de tener un rumor over que we all know a pelea que pasa entre con Evelyn Sujuhamber. En aparentemente me atiende que está usando a que police con media para onderzoek a pelea over de Suju. Me começa a pensar, as in, but usando Aruba su resources para investigar com personal e não para investigar, like, I mean, it's just a verdad, no, like, it's like
Abuse of power, bonta bisa. Let's get real.
That's what I heard. You know, like, hey, porque
Well, I mean, I lese online.
I mean, bon number tot a plaster ding J.
Besay mesmo.
So, there's
Pero-
no way para mí ese.
No, nos tur say no filter. Pero no, mi tama wak e notícia si ku ting investigasyon andando, anteri banta hopi honesto. Assim não hopi caso na Aruba ku nota solucionar caso nan di molestação, abuso de mucha, hopi caso nan sério. Ture caso nan di hobby nan di tiramento, San Nicolás ting hopi reto, hartamento, and nós está usando e resources nang agora que nang pa by investigar. Sucedido que passa durante trip, e I guess si tawata shark of Samil probably.
Nobody would care that
nah,
much.
you handle on what? Okay,
No,
once
they would care. They would
be.
care for me. They would care for me.
If they
no,
did, we
no,
go
no,
after
no,
them.
no, It wouldn't be that serious. Not that
Mita
big.
usando example, no? Anto, say
Damn,
So
bro.
kung yung fight out, tapos apparently, kahit pa, well, in the news outlets, tataman ni Kasadi Herling, UD
sinabi
Prime
mo?
Minister, it was all over media.
Yeah.
But Ted lang Prime Minister bisa.
It was all over. She said it.
What?
since que yung segundo nós compreender de mídia, que yung investigação going on, mita wanta mi
Plead the
opinião e palavra para mim mesmo. Pero
Kalusin ng back, pero pwede mo viajan, let's let it slide for this time.
das yes, investigação lo papel paso mes. If so, si tasina menos kung isa ita by
I would love to know what this
I'm
investigation does insera. Like, what are they investigating?
It's a waste of time. Like, pelea happens every freaking weekend. Anda ba biga to you, anda ba investigar, like, get out of here.
Sí, esta mentalidad que realmente, this is kind of the problem. And it kind of, siempre me da alerta. Nos tiene mentalidad, or we have the nos tiene mentalidad que aqui na Aruba, Cuba, misa bo partido a gana eleição, bo partido, aunque na perde 1.500 votos. Misa bo partido dentro governo, e ora bota querer que Aruba te dibo para fazer o que abo que acune. Nós o que em tur sorti exemplo e realmente aceita a mentalidade que nós mestre quebra e na pueblo mestre
the
hobby
hobby
consciente.
peligroso.
Mas saber literally, this is what leads to abuse of power, corruption, nepotism, and kind of the drama of friends and family that we live every day. So kind of like, bagan eleksyon pa by sirvi pueblo, pero patrimonio nacional nota pa bohasi dessa siku pa sobra abot na posisyon. E na nos falta madurez, bota ocupando uma posição, bota sirviendo como ministro, bota sirviendo como statenlid, abo nunca vira dono de yunje costa. E falta de madurez, te pensa, ok, a mim tinha autoridades, a mim tem meu brother no terreno, a mim tem esse saque, a mim tem esse sei, like that has to be eradicated.
Awo, menos senso sona no filter, portanto.
Não fica como excuse, avisa qual é que avisa.
All right.
That's
I mean,
exactly what we're
visa,
here
no,
for.
I mean,
Say
visa.
algo, no, den e quadro de lo qual com Miguel te bisa, segundo mi nostura notas com mane ora que tá viniendo uma eleição, sempre tá viniendo um caso com ele, anto ora que a eleição passa, tu costa mane vira quieto a trove, and depois, you know, anto tá conan ku bota comisa mane pensa mane, you know, não tá claro, coisa suposta constante e eerlijk para turhende.
Em que sentido porque men um caso com ele?
No, das many corruption cases, por exemplo, but awak mane coisas que basta kuta kind of is algo que nos partido bisa também, timbiaha também mostra que para influenciar a decisão de votador em momento é. Ando después trucos também
Die down.
Correct. After election, nobody hears anything anymore. Like, oh, what happened?
Sim, e aceita, konan kia dat trece desconfiança de comunidade, de sistema, que eigenlijk tem que protect bo. Bota wak mani, bosa reaksyonan gewoon in general, ora boa notícia, henen to mani, whatever, bosa mi nota quiera de sistema mas, of bosa antes aceita algo hope peligroso, e eta, motivo nanta maneira lo qual que Miguel ta mencionou.
E também nós temos que admitir que nós temos sistema muito polarizado, como tem dois partidos grandes at opposite ends, e desafortunadamente o de nosso instituto não público agora politizado. Então, basicamente, people, it's como, e não assim, not a professional service, it's kind of like the undue political influence.
Now, kung Mrs. Marisol ta sintiendo about all of this, like, bosa ever dalding diyan da bisa bosa mani, I told you so. Like, has she never like said any stuff like this? Because like a lot of the things that she did say, are resultado kind of low key. That.
Okay, so Marisol is a badass of Aruban politics. Let me put it that way.
Let's get me to be Shogi time, by the way.
You should get her. She walks in platforms this big, which I'm sure she goes jogging in at times. Ame a conocer Marisol now in politics. And if you want a little bit of gossip, I'll tell you how kind of like it all came.
Tell us more.
Obviously, I knew who she was from thing, and then I got into politics. And before she had launched her candidacy, un candidato di mi atopele in un fiesta, and by papi con ele, and it was kind of like, see, blah, 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 and, and he said, see, and he kind of said, I'm joining politics, and her comment was like, você a situação tão grave por renda para esse estágio de governo agora aqui. And I was just like, and then my candidate came and told me, and I was like, okay, was she talking about you or was she talking about me? we didn't know. So the first time I met her in person was like, você hora no di firmamento. Daphne actually introduced me, and she went like this, like, sí, mas escuché un programa radial. Because I was on Soppy Mix and I threw a bit of shade her way to help Daphne's candidacy. So like, we didn't really know each other, but it kind of like, I was like, okay. But anyway, so then I met her after, I think it was the first debate, she did really well. So then I went up to her and I said, well done.
And she skipped ours.
Yeah, she skipped, whatever. And
But
then she
she'll
was
come
in the
on
last
the filter, she'll come on the filter.
But then kind of, let's say, after the election, and I made that call for the small parties to sit together, to just chat, to talk, and then kind of form a strategy to then go negotiate with either of the bigger parties.
Which people claim that was like strategically planned.
Complot.
Of course,
The complot.
The complot.
dumb people think it's a complot. Anybody intelligent would realize it's a strategic plan to kind of leverage our campaign promises to represent the 19,575 people that voted for a change.
You really remember
And
that?
so what I
finance
have
guy,
to say is like Marisol jumped on it like right away. She kind of Miguel, I'm interested. So we waited a day. We couldn't get Ais on board because they were lost wherever. Then we kind of went to go have coffee. And then, so that was the real time that we actually got to hang out a bit. And she is a lot of fun. I love her. Like politics would not be as good if she wasn't still here. Like, she's a lot of fun. And that kind of, we traveled in IPCO and stuff like that. She has a lot of great stories. She has like a wealth of experience. And so like, I'm glad she's there. I'm glad and it's also kind of a vindication for her. Let's say, for example, she at one point was number 2 in MAP with 4,800 votes, whilst Nello Di Bata at the time was a leader with like 5,200. So like 400 votes separating them. Like she was, and Evelyn was number 3. So she was supposed to be the leader of MAP. That's who they wanted. So they kind of chopped off her head and kicked her out. And
That was the reason?
Well, that was the main reason why she got chopped from MAP. So like, she's been through a lot in politics. If I had, and that she's still here fighting, is admirable. Like she's like, yeah, Miguel, I'm a survivor. I'm like, no, you're a thriver. But it's so, she's a force to be reckoned with.
She knows how to play that machete. She's from the hood.
We want to have her on the show, but like we don't know how to contact her. So like we don't have.
She's your buddy. You can tell her to come now.
I'll ask her.
Thank you.
That was my whole idea. Why I said what I said. Like we don't know how to contact her. Come on, you gotta say something.
Wow.
It's
I
good.
just threw this in.
It's
Wow.
good, no?
It's strong.
Well, I
But
saw
it's
you
good.
pour a lot. You weren't looking when
I
you were
did
pouring.
I
You were
did the
like,
most.
I'm like, Shark, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I did the most.
No, guys, we're reaching actually the end. We're actually way over time, but well, we started like
It's okay.
at 15 more minutes this. But anything else you want to say before we close up the show?
I don't want to roast nobody, so I think y'all have to come back again.
Oh, okay, damn.
Yeah, I think y'all have to come back again so we can like really go into because now, like we posted to ask people to y'all some questions.
Yeah.
But I feel like after seeing this, a lot of people are gonna have a lot more questions for you. So
maybe we'll bring more people on, like, with you guys. Like, we'll get some
Eventually you'll
more
have to come
mics. We'll
back.
get, like, we'll bring Marisol over there in the corner.
you said more mics. Where are you gonna put people?
We'll figure it out, dude. We'll,
Aight.
we'll change the setup a little bit. But look how many
I
chairs you got.
say no more, fam.
Pero, Sal, Miguel, can you hook us up with Marisol? And,
I will ask. When I see her in Parliament, Helene can ask as well.
You guys go
We see her all
together
the
like a
time,
team.
yeah.
Go together.
Yeah,
like-
go, entiende. Dapat tu es bo arm, pero by the show. We want to know.
Bimbi
'cause-
sa nos quién espiritu ng tao.
wanna
We
know.
still don't know.
And this
We
is the
still
perfect
haven't had
place to
any
say
names.
it.
People want to know the last time she was like the whole case that happened with her, and then all of a sudden the Parliament stopped the whole show.
Ghostbusters.
And like everybody, no, maganda kid though. Like I want to know what's in those papers. Come on.
Marisol Busters, we're ready.
God damn. All right, guys. First of all, thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for not
Thanks for the
being
invite.
extremely political. Being yourselves, just chill, having a
I did my
conversation.
best.
Oh, you did good. You did good.
We applaud it,
Possible.
we applaud it.
Possible. Well, guys, thanks for coming. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, we're going to bring these guys back. Just send us a DM. Carla, se você share vídeo aqui, vou dar um voucher. 200 vou ganhar um voucher de Gianni's Group, 75 florins each. Então, se você ganhar um butter, vai a walkie. Makaya post ka a walkie. Feature sa mil, passar sa mil. Talvez post a walkie picture de los cuatro. Like it, tag 3 friends, and follow No Filter in Paradise. E Jabiana 8, vamos anunciar tudo ganador ng kuha voucher e a bottle. Thanks to Gianni's
Hi.
Group and Roll My Trading. Guys,
Oh,
see you next.
sorry. Me quiera di algo?
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Short. No, I mean, por al país hindi muhenang.
over.
Sí.
Today, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me wearing orange, yung tiki,
Yeah.
pero yeah, ito just tame pa recordar turhende muhen, turhende ku e awareness inang di ku ni momento aqui desde dia 25 de novembro nós tem lo qual ku UN declare como to mane posa awareness week nang pa lo qual ku ta violence against women pa nos yeah recordar esse I mean women have to empower each other e aboso tame dos mes empower us. So
100%.
just remind sa naturhende e pa corda we're Orange World tem último of tem siguiente 2 semanas.
Quero usar algo shady, like, it's gonna remind me handing gobyerno também, deve ser. Que tu brinca outro. It's just a little bit of shade, sorry. Maybe I resist the music say. Success! All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you all next week. Peace.
Ow.
Let's go. Pa, pa,